Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Ponless Challenge Run, the live stream series where we are trying to complete a hat in time while collecting as few pawns as possible. And if you want to watch these challenge runs in your own time, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and boop that bell button to stay notified. Now, when we last left off, we spent all of last stream working on Rush Hour, which was quite a lengthy and challenging level, but was also a lot of fun. And hey, Seven Sice, thank you so much for dropping by! And hey, Copper Nicholson, thank you both so much for dropping by. How are you both doing tonight? As I was saying, we completed Rush Hour last stream. That's the only level we completed, just because there were so many little areas where we could accidentally collect spawns, and while quite a bit of that was my fault, it was fascinating to also see the areas that proved to be problematic and the steps we had to do. Between getting hit by one of those cat trains on purpose to actually despawn spawns, to just try to find little steps here and there to more optimally get through the level faster. Oh, glad to hear you're doing slightly better than last time, Copper Nicholson. That's good to hear. Yo, you finished Chapter 5 of Trails of Cold Steel. Well, that's awesome, Seven Sice. Is that like one of the best chapters in the game? Well, I wish your dog the best of luck, Copper Nicholson. I know it's a really hard time. Now, as for what we're doing tonight, we're actually going to do something that I don't normally do on the stream. Hey, Snowflake! Hey, Snowflake! Thank you both so much for dropping by. How's it going? Yeah, I know, right? The Seventh Ice, if you look here we're actually about 60% of the way through the game in terms of going through all of the timepieces. What we have left for the most part is we need to tie up some loose ends in Mafia Town and Deadbird Studio. We have to do all of the Arctic Cruise, and of course there are a bunch of time rifts to do. And then at the very end we'll do the finale. Though I don't expect we'll get that far this stream because there's still so many timepieces to do. Oh, fair enough, Ninelock. Oh, right, Snowflake, I remember. And for those who don't know, because of a discussion that happened last stream, and hey, Coolwall too, thank you so much for dropping by. How's it been? What was I saying? So, because of a discussion that happened last stream, there's now, and this is all you're doing, chat, and I really appreciate it. There's now an Antomicx bingo, which some of our chat members are participating in tonight, and it's based off of, I think, different phrases I typically say, which is both hilarious and entertaining. So while you're doing that, I'm going to do something I don't normally do on this Ponless Challenge Run, and that's actually collect spawns on purpose. Yes, I know. It's horrible, but we need to do it because we're kind of at that point where we have levels that have a mandatory amount of pawns. So, no, please, no, make it stop, make it stop. This is nasty. I don't like this. This is disgraceful, Antomicx. I'm sorry, Kid, but mandatory pawns. Yes, all to the dark side. I don't like this. But to answer your question, Snowflake, I think I'm doing well. Although I am at the point where I have a lot going on all at once compared to what I'm used to, and that's due to a number of reasons. One is I'm starting a job next week, so I'm really excited for it, but also is definitely a different change of pace. The next thing that's kind of going on is, well, of course, you all know I created a Discord server, and that was a process unto itself. And finally, I'm continuing to try and outline steps I need to take for my game in order to actually get a demo out. And there's still plenty to do and a fair amount I have to rework. And at times it can just become... It can feel like there's a lot to take in. Oh! Oh no, you can do the one-hit hero challenge time lock? Oh no. That's right, Snowflake. You can't purposely coax me into saying specific phrases. Now, granted, I don't remember what all of them were, so... But at the same time, you shouldn't deliberately say, hey, Aunt, could you say such and such? Like, that would be wrong. But yeah. So... I'm not sure if that answered your question, Snowflake. That's kind of how I'm doing. I'm feeling just kind of feeling the pressure of everything happening all at once and trying to adjust to a new normal that's going to be starting next weekend. I know hearing the sounds of font sound odd, and speaking of odd things, looks like we have our first meme challenge of tonight. Allow me to add that. That's good. This is punishment for making me collect all those nasty pawns. I'm sorry, Emily. No, you're not. Well, now you're going to be sorry. Because tonight, I'm going to be very swishy. Swishy? That's right. I'm going to die in one hit. You can't do this, Hat Kid. That's going to make this a lot harder. A lot harder. Oh, I can, and I will do it. That's all thanks to Nimlock. Thank you, Nimlock. Nimlock, what have you done? So if he didn't. Thanks for the words of encouragement, Snowflake. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, that's the thing about things changing. It's like you have to... It's rough at first, but then it becomes the new normal. I'm sure in like a week or two I'll feel like, hey, let's go, and be all gung-ho about everything. Be like, hey, we've got a new job, and the server's going great, and making good progress on the game. But I guess that's kind of the give and take of doing all these things at once. Now, for those who are wondering why I'm collecting over 150 pawns when we only need 150 for the level I want to do, it's because I'm thinking, since we're going to do this shameful action, we might as well get it all out of the way, a lot of it out of the way at once. And if we did 180, we could do the rest of the Deadbird Studio levels all in one go, potentially. Probably, most likely, definitely not, because it depends on how hard those levels are Ponless. But we'll see how it goes. Good question. I would say, since Seven Slice is running it, let her be the judge of if something counts or not. And if Seven Slice, you're confused about something, you can ask me directly, but only ask me directly if you genuinely think something should be called for the bingo. What do we got here? I mean, it's a learning experience. This bingo idea, it all started because I'm not sure who initially suggested it, but everyone, myself included, supported it, and now it's becoming. Obviously, now we have to work out the kinks, but that's kind of the process of starting a new thing. And have we finally collected enough pawns and Antomicx? Yes, Emily, that's good enough for now. Good, because I'm done here. I know you didn't like it. I didn't just not like that. I despise that. Do you have any idea what those pawns do to my brain? No, Emily, I don't. I just need to take some time off. Maybe I need a nice, relaxing timepiece to get. Relaxing? Well... Oh. We do have one. Possibly. I'm listening. How would you like to run a marching band, Emily? Marching band? Sounds fun. Let's give it a try. And that's an excellent point, Snowflake. Taking things one step at a time and knowing that progress, big or small, is still progressing. That's something... That's such an important piece of advice, because especially when you're working on anything alone. It's progress can often feel small compared to what you can do with a team, but it's still progress, and that's important to remember. Alrighty. So we're starting this level with this. Oh dear, I forgot to update the pawn counter. 1 second. We haven't seen a 0 on the default pawn counter in a while, have we, chat? Oh, don't worry, Coolwall 2, it's coming. Now we're starting the level with this many pawns, and this is the amount of pawns it takes to get here. And without further ado, let's try and complete the big parade Ponless. So, one thing I'm noticing already is that our gravity is a lot lower in this level, because I think this level is supposed to be on the moon of the planet we're on. And, ladies and gentlemen, prepare to see my favorite outfit for Hat Kid in the entire game.
Hello, darling. Welcome to the largest studio set you'll ever see.
This page is a city.
We're about to start recording the big parade, the movie that'll take the breath away from audiences. For this movie, we'll need to use our special prop. It'll pop out at the very end.
Aw, I can't just rehearse with it early?
But wait, darling. Your current outfit really isn't fit for the parade. Can you go over there and get dressed?
Now, alright, chat, prepare for cuteness. In 3, 2, 1. And look at this, chat. Isn't it adorable? It's a marching band outfit. It basically, the premise of this level is that Hat Kid is supposed to run a, basically run a marching band around this entire city. But the marching band can hurt Hat Kid if it catches up with him, so you have to keep moving.
And keep an eye out for goodies. The audience loves a good parade and will throw treats your way if you get near them. The parade lasts a while. Nothing you can do to speed it up. We'll let you know once we've got enough footage. Don't lose spirit.
Fair enough, 7 size. That would be a... Yes, definitely can be discussed in the server. And also, I agree, Snowflake. She is so cute. Oh my goodness.
Good luck, darling.
But now the real fun begins. And I just realized that because of that meme challenge, I actually have to equip something real quick. I have it here. It's in my... Somewhere around here. Ah, there it is. Mods. Alright. So what I want is the... Somewhere around here is a mod that lets us have the die in one hit all the time. I just don't remember where it is. Ah, here it is. One hit hero everywhere. Because there's a meme challenge for that tonight. Oh dear. Yeah, if we take even one bit of damage, we have to start the entire level over, so keep that in mind. But yeah, this is basically the level. We have to run around without getting hit by the marching band, falling into the crowd below, or... and survive other shenanigans that pop up throughout the level. All in all, it's a really fun level, but it can also... a lot can happen all at once. It can quickly become a nightmare if you get yourself trapped in a corner like this. Well, this kind of works, doesn't it? I also like that we can wear the Nyakuza outfit here. It works so nicely with the marching band outfit.
It's time to turn the heat up in this movie. Darling, can you
hey, Director, thank you so much for dropping by. How's it going? Well, that's the attempt to complete the big parade Ponless, but also with the one-hit hero badge, or I should say the one-hit hero any player mod equipped. So this could be problematic because I know in the later areas, I think like they start shooting fireworks at us, and that can be problematic. Oh, also there are new commands here, thanks to Nightbot. So things like the boop and HUD commands, as well as commands to see the Discord server link, the link to my Twitch and YouTube pages, and so forth. Hope you all enjoy. I see chat is enjoying the boop commands. Go for it. So far, so good. Oh, right. Now some of the floors are going to be electrocuted from time to time. Uh-oh. That was close. Thank you to all too. Oh my goodness. Snowflake hunt everyone. Very ambitious. Very ambitious. Oh, this works. I know, right? Cool all too. Isn't this adorable? Especially since, you know, Tatkid has a different walking animation as though she actually is leading a marching band. So much nice attention to detail on this level. Now, since I would actually like to see if we can get Conductor as for a certain thing. Not Conductor, I mean DJ Rules for a certain thing. Let's actually try a go for these. Or not.
This movie needs more action! Darling, turn on the cannons for the big fireworks
No,
show!
Please, not the fireworks. The fireworks are a bad idea and you know it. I'm going to equip the camera badge just for safekeeping because the fireworks are the one thing that could trip us up if we're trying to do this, not just trying to do this balance, but also with the one at hero badge, but because we did, oh my goodness, they're so close. That's so terrifying. It's like having heat-seeking missiles coming after you. If just one hits us, we're done. DJ Cruz, what? DJ Cruz, why did you think this was a good idea? I do not approve of this. Oh dear. Ooh, that's safe. I'm so scared. There's missiles everywhere. But we're so close. And we haven't collected a single pawn yet. Oh dear. Moving. Keep moving.
Time to release the parade surprise.
We're almost done. Oh really, Rickroll? That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, the music here is great. Come on. Come on. Let's go! Ponless! And first try! And apparently I got an achievement for that. Let's go! Reviews are in. Hero pawns. Yeah, I think that was a let's go, Snowflake. Now, unfortunately, chat, even though the level itself to be completed Ponless, we must add some starting pawns to those amounts for both Train Rush and Big Parade. And we'll see about Train Rush in a moment. So, even though we did that level of Ponless, guess how many pawns were needed for that level? You guessed it, 150. Why? Because that was the entry fee. I know, it's disappointing, but that's the reality of it. Now, as for the other level, Train Rush, well, we'll find out, but in the meantime, we'll keep it at 30, because that was the original entry fee, and we'll see if it goes up any higher. That doesn't work. One moment, chat. There we go. Anywho. That's a good point, Nimelock. Maybe we'd be able to... I mean, the thing about the counter is it's pretty easy to tell where the necessary level, basically the entry fee pawns were, because there aren't that many levels for that. So, for example, Train Rush, Big Parade, if you came from outer space, and some of the other levels of Mafia Town, I think, are the ones that cost pawns. Yeah, Train Rush is so much fun. And very much... This is a really fun level as well. Yeah, that's true, Nimelock. You don't have to collect that many pawns in a full game run, but to be fair... The only levels we've had to do so far that require pawns as an entry fee were She Came From Outer Space and Down with the Mafia, which thankfully were both 5 apiece, and that's not... Well, actually, no. Whereas She Came From Outer Space, that's the only one, and that was only 5 pawns, so that's not too bad. So, we're starting the level with this many pawns, and this is the amount of pawns it took to get here, and without further ado, let's try and beat Train Rush Ponless. Now, chat, I'm sure you remember this area from when we attempted to do... What was the name of it? Murder on the Owl Express Ponless.
Alright, lassie.
But now, things are going to be a little different. Yep, Brooklyn, we already went through your contract as expired.
It starts the train self-destruct sequence, and that ain't no joke. It'll blow up.
Wait, a self-destruct sequence?
Movie with some real intense action. So that's what we're gonna do. The train's gonna blow in a few minutes.
That's not fun.
You can save us all, lassie. Get to the switch at the front of the train to turn it off. And you better make it in time, alright? I don't care about the owls or yourself, but you don't dare blow up me train for real. It's my baby.
We heard that. You don't respect us. Uh-oh. It looks like we have another 7 Sice, you monster, and this is the perfect time to do it, too. No. On a level that's timed, you're banning the sprint hat. This is payback, Antomicx. Payback for making you collect all those pawns just to play this level. I'm sorry, Emily. No, you're not. But now you'll be sorry. Alright, chat. I have to do this with one-hit hero and the sprint hat. Man, this is going to be interesting.
The cameras are gonna be rolling, lassie. You hurry now. Go over and out.
Yeah, the cameras are going to be rolling because you have to do this perfectly, and don't you dare use that darn sprint hat of yours. That's cheating, you hear?
2 minutes, 0 seconds.
And I've already failed. Oh, no. Wow, Antomicx. You failed before you even got started. Chat, I dived the moment I entered that door, and unfortunately there was a pawn at the start of it, so I dived into a pawn before I could do anything. That was my fault. It all happened so fast, too. Now the real payback begins. You don't know what's coming on the other side of the doors, Antomicx, so you can't just spam dive like you do. And also, this isn't the right level. I'm wasting your time, Antomicx. No, Emily, what are you doing? Oh no! You had a meme challenge, and you had a meme challenge. Everyone has a meme challenge. I mean, I'm not sure how it's going to harm us here, Copper Nicholson, but I mean, sure, why not? I don't think there's anything we have to hit with the... I don't think there's any, like, enemies we have to hit with the umbrella here, but... Nope. Alrighty. And now the suffering of Antomicx begins! You misled again, didn't you? I know, I did. Aww. So you're excited for the ship between Emily and Leia in Crosscode? That's great, Seven Sice. It really is my favorite from... That's my favorite ship in Crosscode. Oh, it's via Crosscode. Read your messages, Emily. As you, hello, Shuri. I can deactivate a bomb in a trade in record time. Oui, I can. There's no way Leia would ever beat me in the dungeon races so many years later. After all, I had my life on the line. And I made it count. Emily, are you sure that's a good idea? No, this actually happened. Just watch. Ah, fair enough, Snowfly. So, we're starting the level with this many pawns, and this is the amount of pawns it took to get here. Without further ado, let's try to complete Train Rush Ponless with all these meme challenges.
Are we filming today?
Alright, lassie. I need a butt at the camp.
2 minutes and 0 seconds until self-destruct. Oh no.
This is so terrifying because if we get hit once, we die. And there's so many areas in this level where you can get hit, so... I have a feeling the death counter is going to skyrocket this stream. Oh well. At least we completed one level earlier this stream. Let's see if we can complete this one. So we're starting the level with this many pawns, and this is the amount of pawns it took to get here. Without further ado, let's try and beat Train Rush Ponless, and with all of these meme
Are we
challenges.
filming today?
That's so wrong, Gregor, but somehow that doesn't surprise me.
Alright, lad. I need butt at the camp.
2 minutes and 0 seconds until self-destruct. Oh no.
This music's great too. Thankfully, just a hard pawn there. He's less than up here. Okay, no pawns there, that's good. There's pawns! I forgot that we can't turn the camera here. No!
2 minutes and 0 seconds until self-destruct. Oh no.
What am I doing? Who designed this train? Good question, Cobalt 2. Pretty sure it was Conductor, including the self-destruct. Which makes you wonder, does Conductor really care about it, his train if he put the self-destruct sequence on it? That does make it a little suspicious, in my view. Oh wait. They don't attack us, that's it. Okay, that's a mandatory pawn right there, because I don't see any way to get through that door without saying that pawn. So that's one. Don't grab that. Right now we do have to reset because we had a mandatory pawn. Sandwiches and trains. Yes. I know, we gotta do a long jump to avoid the hook shot. This is going to be a process, isn't it, chat? Oh no, that's right, Record. The hooks! Beware the hooks! So we're starting the level with this many pawns, and this is the amount of pawns to get here. And without further ado, let's try and complete Train Rush Ponless.
What are we filming?
All these meme challenges. And yeah, exactly, Snowfly. First it was the zip lines, then the cats, and now it's going to be trains.
All right, lassie.
It wasn't a trains before as well. Oh, whatever.
With Pat and the camera.
2 minutes and 0 seconds until self-destruct.
At least the music's great.
Oh
Now, because I am not allowed to use the sprint hat for this challenge, I'm actually going to have to try and go for as many of those time bonuses as I can. Ooh, I missed one. Gosh. It's alright, it's alright. That's a mandatory pawn. Good. Die for it. And we have to start over. Those are mandatory pawns. Let's start over. Yeah, you're right, Greco. I should try landing on the minecart. And I understand the pain, 7 Sice. 3D platformers can be tough, especially if when it's difficult to judge your distance. Or when you need to do, like, a jump perfectly. Try and level this many pawns. This is the amount of pawns that's to get here. Without further ado, try and complete Train Rush Ponless and with these meme challenges. That's a little time save. Not much, but something.
2 minutes and 0 seconds until self-destruct. Oh no.
I think there's a challenge to do Train Rush jumpless, and that's nightmarish. I mistimed that. But at least we can continue, because we didn't collect any unnecessary pawns yet. Well, I mean, any mandatory pawns yet.
Oh no.
I missed that? Okay. You have to use a walkthrough. Makes sense. Yeah, this is a really tricky level, because there's just so much going on at once. So far, so good. Now that's the mandatory pawn. That's the minecart. Okay. Die for it. Can we make that? Without the sprint hat, I wonder. That's a fair question, Snowflake. And I do need to get some water anyways, so hydration is important. So you know what? I'm not a smut dance for a moment as I update things, and while I'm doing that, I'll answer some questions from you all. So, things I need to do with my game before I can release any sort of demo. Number 1 is I need to complete a rework to remove something called Spirit that I originally for the game. So the thought behind Spirit was kind of inspired by what Crosscode does with its combat arts on SP, in the sense that after charging up enough SP, like a power attack or some special kind of combat art, But as I was bringing up before on last stream, implementing a bunch of different combat arts would require me to add a lot of different animations and cause a lot of other programming headaches that would detract from my ability as a solo dev to work on stuff that's a bit more fundamental to the gameplay experience. Like, for example, the branching narrative choices, or just more level design, or boss battles, things like that. And because, I mean, if I had a team, it'd be a different story. But because I'm just one guy, it's I have to try and be a bit more realistic with what I'm working on so that I can actually get this done. So that's the first big thing. And hey, Shiny Golden Lotus, thank you so much for dropping by, man. How's it going? Right now I'm just taking a short breather from the many deaths we've suffered at the hands of Pain Rush as I try to answer a question about my game. So that's the first major thing, is moving spirit. And part of removing spirit will also be adjusting one of the stats and how the upgrades work for that stat. So in my game, there's 5 different main stats that you can upgrade, similar to how Dark Souls has its main stats, you know, main dexterity and such. The stat I have to adjust is Vitality, because before, what Vitality would do is it would increase your health and your spirit, like your max health and your max spirit, when you upgraded it. But now that spirit's being removed, I have to program it so that it increases the potency of Dorothy's healing charges, which is the Heartwell equivalent of Dark Souls in Estus Fast. And but after that little rework is done, then I have to do a bunch of things that are necessary for the game. For example, implementing a death animation, as well as a death screen, and of course the process of respawning. I also have to implement the ability to save at save altars, since those will have to be strewn throughout the map. I need to draw animations for a number of characters, including some bosses. I need to implement the attack animations for said bosses, as well as a basic enemy type. And I actually have to start to put together the levels and the collision for all that aspects of the demo. And that's not even scratching the surface in terms of some of the artwork that I need to make for the intro itself, as well as an introductory interactive cutscene. I don't know Cool Wall 2. I think maybe is... Yeah, Hatchet does dance at a different speed. I think it depends on, like, the mood of the area. So right now it's very mellow, so she's not dancing very slowly. But if it were a bit more faster pace, she would go much faster. But yeah, that is some of the things I have to do before a demo could be produced in Snowflake. And I mean, just hearing it all at once, it sounds like a lot, especially for one person, but I recognize that it's attainable. It just requires dedication. Yeah. So, we're starting level this many pawns, and this is the amount of pawns to put to get here, and without further ado, let's try and complete this level Ponless, and with all these mean challenges. Oh, good to know that.
Lassie. I need a movie with some real but you can save us all, Lassie. Get and your
well, thanks for bringing that up to Wall 2, and that is a good point. Some truly excellent games with massive amounts of content, like Stardew Valley, for example, were made by one person. So it shows that it's doable, and I know it's doable. It just... But to quote Toby Fox, who also was a solo dev, oh dear. Toby Fox described when asked what advice he would give to other solo developers about his development process, he simply said, "Welcome to hell." And I think that's since it's been, I think, how long has that been? I think think I started developing Cartwell in either March or April of last year. It's it's definitely come a long way since then with all the core mechanics, but it also shows just how much there is left to do. Oh dear. And that was not a mandatory pawn, so... Yep, that's true. That's true, Grekor. And Seven Size, since you're working on your own game dev project, I'm sure you understand too. It's... Now, when I say welcome to hell, I don't mean that in the sense that, oh, it's not rewarding. No, it is. I mean, when I got that pathfinding algorithm working, for example, that was just so gratifying because it felt like I was finally peering behind the veil of one of those gameplay mechanics that I never quite understood how it works behind the hood, so to speak. But it's all a process and a balance. Yeah, exactly, Grekor. It's much easier to stay motivated when you're on a team and such. But at the very least, I'm thankful to have all of you all, who are an excellent source of motivation for what I do. And that really does help keep me going, so again, thank you all so much. Now, we're starting to level this many pawns, and that's the amount of pawns it took to get here. Without further ado, let's try this level again.
What are we filming today?
I need pot, and the cameras are gonna be...
2 minutes and 0 seconds until self-destruct. Oh no.
The other thing that's kind of in my headcanon for this level is that the announcer's voice here is Lattice from Portal. That's just kind of what it reminds me of. It's like, continue testing, Hack Kid. That wasn't very smooth, Hack Kid. Now restart the level, Hack Kid. Oh no, Copper Nicholson. Probably not the best idea to say things like that, because then that can influence the bingo itself. That's such... okay. Alrighty. We're starting the level with this many pawns, and this is the amount of pawns it took to get here. Without further ado, let's try and complete this level Ponless.
What are we filming today?
Here.
I need pot, and the cameras...
2 minutes and 0 seconds until self-destruct. Oh no.
I am running. You know what? Even though we're on a timer, maybe it'd be better to be a bit slower and methodical here. Dodge that. Oh, and the Death Wish variant for this level is insane. I have trouble with it to this day. Okay, so since we kind of deciphered that this section right here, not this section, but the next section is really hard to do without actually... I think we're going to have to use the hook shot to get there, unless we have the sprint hat, but the sprint hat is banned tonight, so... We're going to probably have to get some pawns just to use the hook shot there. So we'll take what we have to. If it's all a process, Copper Nicholson. Oh, you know, it'd be an interesting prize. It'd be a small thing, but what if there was like just a special role on the Discord server that basically says like bingo winner or something like that, and it could occur once a week. I think that could be a nice reward. So we're starting to level this many pawns, and this is the amount of pawns it took to get here. Without further ado, let's try and complete this level Ponless. Ah, fair.
What are we filming today? Where's the camera?
All right, that worked. That makes sense.
Alright, lassie.
Ooh, I like this idea. Yes.
The
Right.
cameras are gonna be
Bingo stream
rolling.
every Thursday, and then if you win bingo that week, then of course you get a you get a roll reward for that week that says that you won. Basically, you're the Antomicx bingo winner. Now, my question, chat, is: do you want to be just like the first person to get bingo gets the roll, or should it be anyone who happens to get bingo in a stream gets the roll? Or should it be that, of course, if there's, let's say, 2 people get it at the same time, then they're both obviously the winner. Bingo call out. Dude, what's a bingo call out? Tiny golden lotus. Oh dear. Is there any way we can do that part without getting like siphons toward those pawns? We have to experiment with that. Oh, I see, Summon Size. So first actually approved bingo call. Okay, that made sense. Well, for the sake of argument, let's put it to a poll, just in the interest of fairness. The options will be first callouts, or all viewers, or all winners at first stream. I'll let this lap go on for 10 minutes. And there we go. Yeah, we're still on that level. Basically, I'm letting you, who are watching this Twitch stream, vote on how the bingo winner should be declared, or winner should be declared. So what we're going to do, chat, is I'm going to try and do 2 things. First, I'll try to hit that spring from a corner and see if that works. And if it doesn't work, we can try wall running, and if that doesn't work, then we'll have to accept those pawns as mandatory. Try and level this many pawns, and this is the amount of pawns we get here. And without further ado, try and complete this level Ponless, or put as few pawns as possible.
I need a pot. The cameras are.
And the thing is, if Tears for Breakfast had not put that one pawn in front of that one door, we wouldn't have to do that. But it's all a process. Did you all see that egg phase through that metal panel? Thanks for the words of encouragement, Snowflake. Now let's see what we got here. So what we want to do is hit that middle hook. It lets us avoid the pawns. Perfect. Alright, we're gonna try and hit this from the corner. That works! That actually works! Let's go! Oh, excellent question, Brector. So, the thing about my... Here. It's okay, we have a checkpoint. We had a checkpoint.
Oh no.
Yep, that is the angry noises. I'll answer your question in a bit, but for now I need to vote. And now we have to restart. As I know we can just swing over there from... Yeah. Alright, so to answer your question, Cool 2, the collectibles in Heartwell, I'll use air quotes here for collectibles, are actually things that slightly but permanently increase from different passive stats of Dorothy's, like various defenses and other things along that nature. So, I'm sure it would be completely possible to beat to complete the game without collecting any of those, but it would be much, much, much harder in a game that's already going to be designed to be about, well, designed to be very difficult, but at the same time allow people who really are persistent and try to explore the world and learn more about it to overcome things. Oh, funny thing about that Cool Wall 2 is, as under my current design thought for my game, there is no, like, monetary system at all. There's no, like, money to collect or economy to take part in, or, we'll say, non-replenishable consumable items to buy, because, quite frankly, I don't, non-replenishable consumable items were something I'm trying to design, shy away from in my game. Because I feel like there's so many instances in RPGs where you get a non-replenishable consumable item and then you just never use it because you're afraid of, oh, well, what if I need it later? And then you beat the final boss and all of a sudden you have 99 of all these different items that you never even bothered to use. So, I'm trying to avoid that. So there isn't going to be, like, any, at least as the game's currently planned right now, there's no, like, coins or anything like that to collect. Ah, glad you agree, Ninelock. Okay, fair enough, Rekgor. Hope you have fun with your with that pizza, Rekgor. So, does that kind of answer your question, Cool Wall 2? Yeah. I mean, I could see the counter argument. Ninelock, that is a fair counter argument. The idea that it's sort of a reward to be able to buy items in a shop. And even games like Dark Souls do that. And fine counter argument. I still stand by my position that I want to get rid of non-replenishable consumable items if I can. But that's a fair point. For games that have non-replenishable consumable items, that's one way to make it feel a bit more worthwhile. We're starting level with this many pawns. This is the amount of pawns it took to get here. Without further ado, let's try and complete this level Ponless. Would I ever want to make a 3D game no play S? Well, first, I have no ability to draw 3D models.
Alright, lad,
And outside of, like, engineering stuff. And even if I did, I'd say probably not. I mean, I love 3D games, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, I'm playing one right now. But there's a certain amount of, 2D games remind me of my childhood, for lack of a better way to say it. Like, some of my favorite games are two-dimensional games, or games that look two-dimensional. Even Crosscode, which does have some some 3D platforming elements, still, it looks like a 2D game. And, oh no. Mistakes have been made. I'm sorry, chat. 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about that, chat. Ah, that's a cool idea for your game, Brector. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. You guys were right. I should have paid more attention. That's my fault. Obviously it doesn't make sense. That's if that chart's up there if I'm playing the level. Oh. My apologies, chat. Alright, let's... Here. Oh, whoops. There we go. That's better. Oh. Oh, Gregor. You say that 2D games are harder to mess up, and that's not necessarily true. You can mess up a 2D game pretty bad. Like, there's plenty of examples of terribly designed Flash games that are two-dimensional. For example. Ah, glad you agree, Nimelock. And thank you for the boops and the hugs, everybody. But yeah. I mean, I do think it's easier to get started with two-dimensional stuff, but if you have the access and the ability to learn three-dimensional stuff, at a certain point it just becomes second nature, like anything, like any other skill. Anyway, we're starting the level with this many pawns, and that's the amount of pawns it took to get here. And without further ado, let's try and complete this level Ponless.
What are we filming today?
Oh my goodness, that's a great idea, 7sice.
Alright,
Add that to the Discord recommendations, please. Or I should say the stream
bad news.
recommendations.
I need to move back.
That would be a great command.
And you're back. Better make it. The cameras are gonna be...
No, I agree, Snowplay. It would be pretty easy to implement. It's literally the same premise as the boop and HUD commands, just with a different word. And yeah. Alright, and it seems that the poll has concluded and majority has ruled that the first
0 seconds until self-destruct. Oh no.
The first accepted call should be the winner, so that's what we'll go with, chat.
0 seconds until self-destruct. Oh no.
Oh, I forgot we can jump on those eggs. Convenient. Sorry about that, chat. Oh yeah, you're right, Walter. I don't think hot sauce is renewable, which is kind of funny if you think about it. Because it's like hot sauce seems like such a common item, but apparently not in Cross Worlds. Hey, Dr. Sutton, thank you so much for dropping by. How's it going? We're starting to level this many pawns, and that's the amount of pawns to get here. And without further ado, let's try and complete this level of Ponless.
What are we filming today?
Alright, I need the camera.
2 minutes and 0 seconds until self-destruct.
Oh, congratulations on winning the bingo, Copper Nicholson. I don't know, Gregor. I honestly don't know. Oh, wait. I think I know why. Because in America, there is a type of beer called, I think it's called Corona. So, yeah, that's it. So that's why some people call it that.
Oh no.
Come on, no! The power of checkpoints compels me. Alright, I am looking at the time, chat. It has been a little over an hour since we started stream, so I should take a quick break anyway. So, don't go anywhere, guys. I'll be right back. Alrighty, welcome back, chat. I actually do have a little surprise for you. This literally came out just this stream thanks to suggestions. I'm just going to add it real quick. And there we go. I think that should be added now. Alright, chat. Try the command !head pat and enter a name. Yep, yeah. It's not working. Did Nightbot lie to us? Oh, wait, it's my bad. I misspelled head pat. Sorry. Try it now. Seriously not working? Huh. Oh, it did work? Ah, okay, it's working. That's awesome. Well, there you go, chat. Thank you for the suggestion. I think it was 7 Size who brought up this idea, so yeah, thank you. If you have any more ideas for possible commands for Nightbot, feel free to leave them on the Discord servers and game feedback section. Oh, I did this. Chat has just become head pats everywhere. Anyway, we're trying to level this many pawns, and this is the amount of pawns to get here. Without further ado, let's try and complete this level Ponless.
What are we filming today? There's no stats, right?
Alright, lass. I need a bat and the camera.
Ah, interesting note, Record.
2 minutes and 0 seconds until self-destruct. Oh no.
So far, there's only one pawn that we know of that's mandatory, and that's the one at that door at the end of this section. Oh, what's that, Snowflake?
2 minutes and 0 seconds until self-destruct. Oh no.
Ow.
2 minutes and 0 seconds until self-destruct. Oh no.
Here. There's a lot of deaths going on right now.
2 minutes and 0 seconds.
I think it's a question of your type. You might be typing in more than one word there. Alright, there's the mandatory pawn. Now we're trying to reach new territory here. Aim for that middle one. There we go. Carefully hit the corner. Perfect. What we're going to do is just ignore those entirely and just die for it. There we go. Now for the tricky part. So in this section, chat, we have to get all of these. But oh, there's no fireworks shooting at us? Oh, right, that might only be in the Death Wish. Perfect. Alright. So this spot is tough though because of all the explosions. Nope. Is what mandatory direct for?
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Fair enough to wall too. It is a stress. It can be a stressful wall because it is time. And just carefully navigate the platforms. No! No! Governor Nicholson, why? Alright, alright. Oh, is that what that sounds like? Interesting, cool, too. Yeah, we have to add more memes. Un momento. People ask why, Copper Nicholson asks why not. Fair enough, Copper Nicholson. Alright. So we're starting to level this many pawns. This is the amount of balance that's to get here. And without further ado, let's try and complete this level Ponless.
What are we filming today, right?
Alright, lassie. That lever, I need to move back. And yet the cameras are gonna...
2 minutes and 0 seconds.
Hi! Leia, what are you doing here? You're pointing at the stream? Oh, Gregor invited you. Okay then. Welcome to the stream, Leia. Hi! Hi, hi, hi! Leia saying hi to everyone in chat. So, what brings you here, Leia? Oh, right, you can't. You can't explain details, I'll have to guess. Let's see. You wanted to see Emily some more? Even if this is some videos from her childhood? Aw, that's very sweet of you, Leia. Thanks. Aw. Leia thanks you 7 Size for the head pat. That wasn't very nice, Copper Nicholson. Someone give him a timeout. Wait! I'm sorry, piece of you, but I can't wait. There's just too much going on at once. And speaking of which, I have to restart. Yeah, I know, Leia, I know, that was my fault. Let's update the counter then. Update the counter to give a random amount of head pats, that sounds hilarious. If you know what the command for that is, Snowflake, feel free to post that in the stream feedback animal and So we're starting the level of this many pawns, and this is the amount of pawns to get here. Without further ado, let's try and complete this level Ponless.
What are we filming today?
You think I can do it this time, Leia? Alright, Leia. I'll try to do it this time.
I need a bat.
Since you're rooting for me.
2 minutes and 0 seconds until self-destruct.
Oh, right, the sus command. I remember those from 7 Size's streams. Those are the sus command is hilarious. Alright. So far, so good. Now, mandatory pawn right there. I know, Leia, I know, but we have to select that pawn. Thankfully, there should theoretically not be any more we have to do, at least from what I've seen so far. This involves very careful position. Perfect. Leia! That's right, you, Leia. Root Emily on. Aw, thank you. Wait, who am I saying thank you to? Don't want to have it met yet? That's right, Emily. Aww. Now I just need to very carefully walk on these platforms. Try not to have a Wile E. Coyote moment. Well, that works. 2, 3, and go. And now it gets hard. Oh. My bad. Sorry about that, chat. I think I've added a depth for that Heart Pawn collection. That's my fault. My apologies, Copper Nicholson. Are we running? Is everything good? Good point, Leia. Just focus and don't. I'm trying to focus on that left aim cards. And that's another death.
1 minute and 20 seconds until self-destruct. Better hurry.
Sorry, chat. Oh, that's where that pawn was. Now we have to start over. Yeah, Lid, I know you're disappointed. Well, at least we found out where we were messing up, and now we can try and remedy that. Apparently, Rekor. Update the pawn. Trying to level this many pawns. This is the amount of pawns it took to get here, and without further ado, let's try and complete this level Ponless.
What are we filming
Thanks!
today?
Leia's thanking you for play.
Alright, lassie. I need him back. Ah, the camera's up.
2 minutes and 0 seconds until self-destruct.
Yeah. I mean, I don't, to be fair, Seven Sice, I don't think the lack of a sprint hat is the problem here. It does make the level a lot harder, but it's not impossible without the sprint hat. It's more so just how much stuff is happening at the once, and the fact that we have the one-hit hero badge equipped. Because that badge is making this a lot harder. Go for the hooks. There we go. Now the corner. Perfect. Yeah, that's how it's done. Although, to be fair, Brekor, that one mandatory pawn at that door pales in comparison to the 30 pawns we had to use to even play this level. I mean, unless there's some way to just skip past this section entirely over the time. I don't. No! Auto Mantle, why you do this? Yeah, I know, Leia, I know. We'll do it this time for sure. Oh, are you doubting me, Leia? Well, at least you're honest. I'm gonna try my best, though. Alright. Try and level this many pawns, and that's the amount of pawns it has to get here. Without further ado, let's try and complete this level with
What are we filming
as
today?
few pawns as possible. Whoa, the
Alright, I need
camera
him
really
back.
zoomed in on
Ah,
Hecat's
the cameras are gonna be rolling, lassie.
face there.
2 minutes and 0 seconds until self-destruct. Oh no.
Oh no, that sounds terrible. Hey, at least we're doing this section more consistently, right, chat? That's a relief. We're learning. Now the mandatory pawn. Open the doors. The second one. Perfect. that over here. Thanks, Leia. Okay. I am impressed that that train car is running that well on that desert sand there. Like, that would not work under normal circumstances. It just isn't designed for that. Wait! Ah, this section. You're right, Leia, I need to be very, very careful. I need to try and avoid the harpoons, too. Those were banned this stream. So far, so good. Perfect.
1 minute and 20 seconds until self-destruct.
Okay.
Better hurry.
You just need to remember to not... Not hit... We need to get past that firewall. I'm thinking the furnace on the left is going to be it. We need to get here. We also need to avoid auto-mantling in that section. Well, I will say it has been an interesting stream. If nothing else, the stream chat, because you all had me equip the one-hit hero badge for the big parade, that actually had allowed me to earn an achievement I hadn't gotten before. So, thank you. That was actually really cool. We're starting this level of this many pawns, and that's the amount of pawns to get here. Without further ado, try and complete this level while collecting as few pawns as possible.
Alright, lad, I need a move back, and the cameras are good.
Yeah, I think that is that achievement I'm on. Either that or doing it with one-hit hero equipped, so I'm guessing it's just not getting hit. It's not hitting the crowd. Yeah, like it really is such a good. It's such a good spot. Ooh, that was clean, chat. That was clean. Let's go. Now this section. I agree, Cool too. Hatchet is cute with the cat ears. Sorry. No, it's not your fault. Oh yeah, the fault was mine. Because Copper and Nickel said the only way to get the marching uniform in other levels is to do a Death Wish. A very difficult Death Wish level, which we're not doing.
Alright, lassie. Listen up. I have some bad news. That levery, I need a move back, and the cameras are good.
2 minutes and 0 seconds until self-destruct. Oh no.
Yeah, that would be too powerful to cool off too. Ooh, that was close. And that was... And we hit that. No. Ooh, almost hit a palm there.
0 seconds until self-destruct. Oh no.
I know, right? Cool 2 was almost cool. It was almost cool, but then we hit a wall. And then we hit the ceiling. Yes, yes, I know, Leia. I need to focus.
Until self-destruct. Oh no.
We are so lucky that there are this many time boosts in this area. Imagine this game with limited lives. No!
Until self-destruct. Oh no.
We'd be completely out of lives at this point.
2 minutes and 0 seconds until self-destruct. Oh no. 2 minutes and 0 seconds until self-destruct.
I'm not sure what would happen if there were lives in this game. No, not that. Ah! I know, Leia, that it came out of nowhere.
2 minutes and 0 seconds until self-destruct. Oh no.
Okay, here we go. Now we're making progress. Alright, now there's the point of no return. We have to do this perfectly. Or at least without collecting. Oh, there's no need to apologize, Snowflake. In fact, I really like that you're invested in coming up with all these ideas for the commands. I think it's really cool and adds a lot of different options for you all to enjoy the stream. I think that's great. So, thank you, Snowflake. Thanks. Leia's thanking you too. Oh, that's a good point, Leia. If Snowflake can do this can come up with how to communicate so quickly, why can't Sergey? Good question. Ask Sergey. Sandwich command? I don't know what that would do. Oh, that was a hard pawn. My bad, chat. Okay, you know what we have to do, chat? We need to stand on that cannon on the left. And if we do that, we might be able to hop over the furnace or the wall of fire.
Oh no.
You're trying to think of something funny for me to say, Sergey? Fair enough, Cool Ball 2. Good question, Copper Nicholson. Why must I fail so often? Well, you see, the master has failed more times than the apprentice has tried, or something like that. I think that's what the saying is.
1 minute and 20 seconds until self-destruct. Better hurry.
So, if I have to fail this many times to succeed once, that's fine, because it makes that's all the more rewarding. Now, we didn't get over the firewall that time, but that's still progress, because technically we got on top of the cannon, so we have a way to get on a fight if we need.
Oh no.
This section comes. No! I mean, to be fair, Cool Wall 2, it all comes with practice, so if you want to try imitating accents or doing voices, you just need to keep trying. Start with something you think you can do and work and kind of broaden your horizons. That's what I've had to do with being a dungeon master for Dungeons and Dragons, for example. It's a lot of fun. We're starting to level this many pawns, and that's the amount of pawns it took to get here. Without further ado, let's try and complete this level while collecting as few pawns as possible.
Alright, I need a butt. And yeah, the cameras are...
2 minutes and 0 seconds until self-destruct. Oh no.
Oh no. Australian Emily? What would that even sound like? Oh, it wouldn't be Australia, Copper Nicholson. It would be Space Australia. Just like their Space France. Or Planet France. Actually, I think there's Planet Australia and Space Australia are two different things entirely. See, Planet Australia is an entire planet dedicated to Australia, whereas Space Australia is your solar system dedicated to Australia.
2 minutes and 0 seconds until self-destruct.
Ah, that sounds accurate, Doctor. Yeah, I know, Chad, I'm sorry. These platform windows are so narrow for avoiding all these. There we go. Thanks for the well wishes, Leia.
And 20 seconds until self-destruct. Better hurry.
Wait! I know, Leia, we have to aim for the cannon. Aim for the cannon. Now just dive over everything. Die for it. Die for it. Please. I know that's it. Sure. I hear the music speeding up, which to me signals that we're running out of time. But we're so close. Yeah, I think that would qualify for that. Oh, there we go.
1 minute and 20 seconds until self-destruct. Better hurry.
Up we go. No! Fair point, Leia. If nothing else, we are getting good practice at the second half of this level. This might not be the most optimal way to do this because I do end on the side rather than towards the front here.
1 minute and 20 seconds until self-destruct.
I'll check that in a second before, cool wall too, but first. This last section in the Death Wish mode, I'll mention chat, is ridiculous. There we go!
Oh, you made it! And in time! Oh, look at all this raw footage we got! Look at how you're running for dear life!
I don't like you very much, Conductor. You risked my life. Though, to be fair, I mean... Well... Okay. I guess no one's really nice on this planet, but that's not beside the point.
Oh, what? We did it in the name of cinematography! And to beat that no-good DJ Grooves. I bet he won't be able to make half the movie we just made. Alright, here, take one of
Leia
these,
doesn't like seeing Emily being used like this.
Like.
I agree, Leia. What the conductors did was not nice, so you know what? It's time to take our junk back. Or... with a few pawns, here and there. We did our best. For a second there, I thought it was going to be a tie, and that would have been hilarious. Alrighty, chat. Time to update the pawn counter. See here. So, right now we're sitting at 32 pawns, which means we have to add one more to the train rush counter, so... Yeah, that's a lot. Oh well. C'est la vie is what it is. Do we still have time for another one? I think we do. Don't you agree, Leia? Let's go for it. Oh, right. Cool, L2. I'm sorry. Let me read your messages. I've come to make an announcement. DJ Grooves is a pecking mother pecker. He laughed at my pecking movie, and he said his movie was the good. And I said, that's pecking disgusting. Anyway, there you go, Cool Wall 2. Ah, yeah, straight lines do think alike. Now, looks like we have to declare the conductor as the winner just by the nature of this. He's kind of smut about 31. Apparently we do.
Thank you. Oh, you're too kind. Oh, Lassie, it's you. I did it. I won the annual Bird Movie Award once again. Here, take this tiny, insignificant movie prop to match your tiny, insignificant efforts. What? You're expecting more or something? Forget it. Go! Shush! Get out of here! I never want to see your ugly mug again!
Well, that's a relief. I don't want to see you again either. Now, let's just get my last piece of junk. Wait a minute. I saw 2 pieces of... I remember there being 2 more pieces of junk. Where's the last one? Conductor! Are you planning something? I'm a little suspicious. Yeah, I agree. Walter, the conductor is pretty funny. I might be saying, chat, well, is that the easiest level of all time? Yes, but also really was in a level. I don't even include it on the table. And there's a reason for that. So... something's supposed to happen. Because we did not do that correctly. There's supposed, yeah, you're right, Gregor. There should be like a phone or something that rings. I swear, there was one more piece of junk. Where's the phone? Ha!
The annual Bird Movie Award was rigged. It was an inside job.
Monotuma, is that you? No. I mean, no.
No one knows about the power of the timepieces. He's been keeping one, and he's going to break it. The truth lies buried underneath Deadbird Studio. What goes on in Deadbird Studio when no one is around?
Oh, so there is something bigger going on. I knew there was a piece of junk missing from there.
Know the color on this thing, darling.
DJ Cruz, is that you? No, darling, no, it's Zero from Zero Escape. You're not fooling anyone. Hush now, darling. Oh, and this is my Bleeding Edge top-of-the-line audio device. Without it, I wouldn't be able to tune into all of my favorite radio broadcasts, like Acquaintances at the Table, Goodbye from Sunshine Town, or Two Brothers and then also a third additional brother, myself. That's right, chat. Something is fishy here, and we need to investigate it. Now, I do enjoy how eerie it is here, chat. Before we continue, though. We are starting the level with this many pawns. That's the amount of pawns it took to get here, and without further ado, try and complete this level while collecting as few pawns as possible. Oh, hold on. I messed up. I didn't update the pawn counter. Silly me. Take two. I know, Leia. We're starting the level with this many pawns, and that's the amount of pawns it took to get here. And without further ado, let's try and complete this level pawnless. Now, chat, this is also an excellent level. I'll say that. There's a lot going on with this level. It's definitely a fitting finale for Deadbird Studio. Yep, exactly, Snowflake. Gotta make things nice for YouTube, but also, mistakes were made. But at least it was made there, as opposed to later in the level. Let's try this again. We're starting the level. We are starting the level with this many pawns, and that's the amount of pawns it took to get here. Without further ado, let's try and complete this level pawnless. Okay. There we go. I also like how much more subdued the music becomes in this opening section. Oh, he has to make that jump. Okay. Yes, I know, Copper Nicholson. You fool. I know, Leia, I know. This is all part of the process. I think we can 12 2, but we'll have to time it perfectly. We're starting to level this many pawns, and that's the amount of pawns to get here. And without further ado, let's try and complete this level while collecting as few pawns as possible with all these theme challenges. We can't jump over there. Okay, no big deal. Jump from here. Yeah, we'll have to experiment on that one jump. Good. Yep, exactly. Snowflake, making mistakes is natural. It's all part of the process. Yeah, that's an easy jump. See? It's not that bad. I'm expecting like there to be someone watching us tallying up expenses for knocking things over. That could be a problem. Why? Okay, never mind. It's not going to force us there. Good. Down we go. This level is really awesome, chat. There's just a lot of good platforming and a really excellent part at the end, which you'll see. And we're smut dancing so slowly. Look how big this area is, chat. It is good game design in the sense, Snowplay, that it's using a collectible as an indicator, which is good game design. It's just not helpful in our particular situation here, where we are trying to avoid the pawn. Okay. What's this? Please don't be pawn. Wow. Looks like Conductor hasn't paid some bills. You know what that means? We're going to make Conductor pay. I don't know how to open doors like that, unfortunately. Or I could just stand here. Wait, is this actually going to work? Apparently it will. God, bird nest up here for some reason. Was it a T that was in there? I'm going to double check that it's a T that's in there, because if not, then it's not worth it. Oh, it's just a rift token. Who cares? No. Well, we'll live without it. There's a lot of fonts, though. Oh dear, that is a lot of fonts. Well, I might do. That's right, Leia. Or we'll die. Well, at least it doesn't force us to collect a pawn, so let's try this again. This is such a good little step spot, though. We just ball runs and I wonder. Dive over there. We can. Look at this, chat. This is a little step. Put that entire section down there. That's a relief. some yarn too. Nice. We finally craft the time stop hat? Not quite. Okay. I hear the conductor. Oh, we have to... We need more height. Why aren't you wall runnable? What? Oh, I see we hit that. That wooden plank there, very inconveniently placed. I'm just not going to let us get up there from here. Oh, it does from that side. There we go. Now we're up. I see that yarn. There we go. Yeah, I guess I can see that happening. Common occurrence is explosions. That's probably not a safe work environment. Oh no. This is not ideal. Have to get the swing. Mess. That probably doesn't have to. And there? Hold on. Maybe it's like flying us off. Oh, well, that's a really combat tip, or at least. We need to do some experimenting, chat. We need to get over there, but there's also pons. I don't think we can stand on that either. Hate to game. That's... Alright, looks like we'll have some mandatory pons here, chat. That's no fun, but it is what it is. And we can at least get the last bit, so that's 9 mandatory pawns. Say la vie. I don't think up there is the right way to go. We have to go through that door. Which is also another mandatory pawn. Okay. Ah, this area. So we just need to get a bit higher. See that yarn. Yeah, I know, right? Stuff like everything is out to get us. It's a process. That's thicker. Oh, MacGuffins. I need a MacGuffin. Slowly making our way up. That's what's slow. The corner? That works. That thing. Let's go, more yarn. No, we cannot. Oh, no. Well. Alright, well, we're not doing that again, chat, but at least we got the lay of the land. We got the lay of the land, that's something. Do we have time for one more level, though, is the real question. I think we might if we're fast. Alright, chat, we're going to do this level 1 attempt. And it is... never mind, we're not. I don't have enough pawns for that. Oh, actually, I have an idea. We'll do one of the rifts. We can't cheat the race yet, correct? Or we haven't done enough levels in Mafia Town. Do we seriously have to collect more pawns? I don't like this, Antomicx. Emily, if we're going to go full completion, we're going to have to collect pawns in order to pay the entry fees. Leia, I know you don't like it either, but this is necessary for science. Now we're just going to use a mechanic we haven't used for this entire stream, and that's relics. So whatever level we create here is going to have a 50 pawn minimum. There we go. Human sitting device. It is border. Yep, I know, Grekor, I know. It's great. Let me show you something, chat. The human sitting device is bouncy. Whee! Whee! Alright, but it is actually 8:29, so I should start to wrap things up. Oh. Yeah, Leia, that means you have to sign off too, doesn't it? Thanks! Thanks! You're welcome, Leia. Happy to have you here. Bye! Leia's saying bye to everyone. Say goodbye to Leia, everybody. Bye! Oh, okay. Thanks! Bye! Thank you, chat. And I think Leia just left, but that's all did. Now, if you're... This is how I feel after completing Train Rush and the Big Parade tonight. Now, if you're watching this on... I'm glad you all enjoyed the bingo. I thought that was a really cool idea, everybody, and hope you all enjoyed that. If you're watching on YouTube and you... Oh, right. If you're watching on Twitch, we are going to do a raid, and we're going to be raiding Tangar because he's finishing up Dark Souls tonight, so we want to cheer him on. But if you're watching on YouTube... and you enjoy what you saw, please consider subscribing. It's free to subscribe on YouTube. You can always change your mind later. And it's a great way to show support. If you're watching on YouTube, I hope you have an awesome night.